There we go. Hello, followers. So today I'd like to put this forward to you. There are, or at least we presume there are, an infinite number of parallel universes. I mean, think of the basic things in our world, stuff we may take for granted. Walking down the street, for instance. I mean, for us it just may look like an ordinary street. But that's because we haven't seen the infinite possibilities that could be on that street. I mean, for us, just walking down the street, dog passes by, people jogging, streets are fairly good, and yeah, we just tend to think of it that way. But then, imagine if it were different. Imagine if the Earth was an apocalyptic landscape. Red clouds of gas fill the streets, orange skies poisoned by gas, and you're on the run from androids, robots. You'd be running down the street. But just imagine that possibility. Then imagine if you as a person, whoever's watching this video, imagine if you had never been born. However insignificant you may at some point in your life think yourself to be, you are as important as the next person, and without you, some stuff couldn't happen. Think of all the major scientific discoveries you may make, or the big changes you may make in the entertainment industry. Or just imagine the infinite possibilities if you hadn't been born. I mean, think of the episode of Family Guy, with when Kennedy wasn't elected, Nixon won the general election and totally botched the Cuban Missile Crisis. But just imagine all those possibilities. The Earth is an apocalyptic landscape. A certain political leader not here. And yet, although those may seem small things, even the smallest thing can make a bigger change. If I know he didn't technically invent them, but if Thomas Edison hadn't brought us light bulbs, then we'd all be still in a version of the Dark Ages. True, and technically, the first thing, a light bulb, something as simple as a light bulb, these days, it forms quite a big part of technology. Torches, for example, computers, they need a certain amount of light. Just one simple invention and one simple man can make such a big difference. You know what I'm saying? But just when you're at home today or the next few days, try and think of the simplest little thing. Maybe an object, maybe a person, maybe just something you do, take for granted. And think of the infinite possibilities if that thing was different. What may happen, what might happen, and what could have happened, and what may never happen. It's the same with couples. If you look at your boyfriend or your husband, maybe your wife or girlfriend, maybe your brother, your sister, think how much things different would be with them if you had never got together, if you'd never been born, if you had never got to know them over the past few years. Love is an important thing. It is important as every other person. Without love, we couldn't be here. The Earth, man would have died out long ago if there hadn't been love. As would woman, child, brothers, sisters, sons, daughters, and every tiny thing in the universe. Molecules, particles, electrons. Just think of how important each and every thing is. That's it for now. See ya.